Are you a positive person? These types of people used to drive me nuts. I did not like positive people once upon a time. I think the biggest problem I found with positive people was that I felt they weren't being real, right? They weren't understanding the reality of the situation. And in construction, which we all know is a super challenging industry, being positive, which is the fundamental number 13 for Energy Electric this week, is a very difficult thing to be at times on job sites in the office. I personally had a scenario last week with Tim and Rob, our COO and our project executive, where I wasn't positive. We got some kind of not so great news about a certain project with a certain client that's been a frustration for a few weeks now. Things haven't progressed how I thought they would be. And I was super negative in that moment, overreacted. And over the weekend I was just like, as me as a CEO, how I need to work on that in a big way. I just sometimes kind of feel, and it was almost like I needed to be negative and highly emotional, and we're going to do this and that, and they're not going to get away with this, in the sense of, because I wanted to show Rob and Tim in that moment that this is serious and we need to take this serious. We need to act on this now, and I'm not going to stand for anything less than a lot of focus on this particular topic. I don't think that I actually probably made that situation any better with the negative reaction that I had to it. Now, being positive sometimes isn't walking around with a smile on your face singing Kumbaya and everything's going to be better after this little conversation. We're all going to walk out of here and there's no problems in the world. That's not what it is here at Energy Electric, and not what it is for me. I believe being positive is really kind of weirdly enjoying the challenges and negative things that happen on a day-to-day basis. Seeing them as an opportunity to show how good we are at what we do, how much we feed into what are difficult situations, because that's when I believe you are earning your crust. And that, I mean that as us as a company, right? When we're wanted on job sites, when we're selected for a bid, when we're selected for a project, I want our company to be seen as that company that solves things and is constantly looking to solve things in a positive manner. There's always drama on construction sites, in offices. It's how you control that drama is when you have an attitude that's positive. You can control that part of your day, how you react. And how I reacted last week with Tim and Rob isn't what I want to do in the future. There are examples in my personal life that happened just yesterday. We were at soccer with my 9-year-old Patrick. He's been doing a lot of work outside of the regular soccer practices, and there was a few things in the 2 games he played with NEFC yesterday that weren't how I thought they should be. But between the 2 games, I came over to him and said to him, hey buddy, the work you've been doing outside of, and it's true, the work he had been doing privately is just, you can see it. He's got a confidence about him, he's busting his gut up and down the field. And I just said to him, look, I can see the work in you, man. You're just up and down the field, you're busting a gut. I didn't mention anything negative. The second game he played was far better than the first, and I thought the first was as good as I've ever seen him play. He was just absolutely bursting out of his skin. I could have come over with the negatives. I could have come over to him, hey, why are you just throwing your arms up every time the referee gives a foul against you? Why did you give away 3 stupid fouls by pushing the guy in the back? He's just free, the referee can give. All of that was in my head. But I looked at the positives in it, because I felt like he needed that type of individual he is. Now, we all need a kick in the ass every once in a while. Don't get me wrong. And as I always say, there's only 6 inches between a pat in the back and a kick in the ass. So pick one. But it's positivity that I think this company is about, and positivity in a constructive manner. So today, this week, if there's opportunities where you feel some negativity coming into you, and I can hear you all laughing and joking, we all have to go around being positive this week, but this is every week. And again, as I say every time with these rituals, which we call our fundamentals, it's very, very important that we concentrate on them in particular each week. And this week it is be positive. So when you get opportunities to be positive about what you're doing, reactions to some maybe big asks that happen to you in your daily work, react to it in the right way, because you have got control of your attitude. So be positive whenever you can, this week and any week.